Yo, it's your boy Taj Torrence on the VaunDoom podcast. I want to tell y'all go get Sounds from the Top Floor available. Spotify, iTunes, Tidal, all the streaming services. Taj Torrence, we in the building, man. Hey.
All right. What up, y'all? It's VaunDoom. We got the podcast going. How's everybody doing? We got my man Taj up in here.
Hey.
How you doing, bro? All right. So, anyway, I just wanted to intro that.
That was nice.
Yeah. That's gonna be
Theatrical.
that's the intro to my next album.
Oh.
Yeah, Undefeated of the East too.
Nice.
So.
You be working, man.
Oh, man, look. So, we got you out here, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm blessed, dog. For real.
Tight.
Thank you.
Tight. So,
Busy.
yeah, man, it's been pretty busy. The weather's been trash.
Yeah, you know.
It's been bipolar.
You know. Feel. Sunny Mansfield.
All right, shoot. So, all right, I guess we can get started because I wanted to, because this is like the first time we've actually like chilled out more than like 5 minutes with each other, like ever.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I wanted to know, like, how did you like get your start? When were you like, dang, man, I want to start rhyming on these things, man?
Well, long story short, first time I heard the College Dropout, kind of really gave me that confidence to be true to who I was, and that people would actually like and understand that. You know what I mean? Because if you can remember, that was like around the time of like when like crack rap and shit about, you know what I'm saying? You know, like everyone was hard and wearing big shit and, you know, and baggy clothes and shit. And I feel like Kanye kind of provided me with a little bit of that push of confidence that I needed. I always liked rap. My mom always played rap for us, old school rap, new school rap, all that good stuff. She mad hip.
That's dope.
But yeah, so heard that along with Eminem, and was like, yo, this can get super creative, and I can also be myself, and that was like, yo, I definitely wanna try to do this because I really enjoy the feeling it brought me.
Oh yeah.
Although even before then, a lot of people don't know I was doing stand-up comedy.
For really?
Yeah, at like
Wowzers,
like 11, 12 years old.
Yo, that's funny.
Yes.
Tell me a joke. I'm just messing with you. I'm just playing with you. That's interesting. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so I had already developed a sense of comfortability with performance. You know what I'm saying? That along with the confidence that that I could talk about who I am in my life and my message and my views, and that people will understand and dig, that came from Kanye and Eminem. And I was like, yo, let's do it.
That's tight. Okay, so that's pretty sweet. So what do you consider your like style of music, man?
Man, I'm everywhere with it these days.
For real.
You know, I generally would say hip hop, rap, soul. You know what I mean? But these days I got Apollo Zoo. You know what I'm saying? That's me and my dude Cody's, like a pop group almost. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't call it pop. I call it like alternative pop / alternative. And we doing that. I got my own stuff going on, and we're changing up the production and trying new things with the production. So, man, funk is a heavy influence. So if I had to pick three, I pick three. I say hip-hop, funk, and jazz.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's pretty tight. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Your Sounds from the Top Floor was pretty dope.
Thank you, bro.
Like this joint right here.
Thank you,
This
dog.
was one of my favorite joints.
Thank you, bro.
So,
E, what up?
So what brought up Sounds from the Top Floor?
Sounds from the Top Floor. It was like I was at a point in my career, always named my album something that reflected where I was at. So like, even like Hello, I'm Different, I was like, okay, this is me coming out with my rap stuff, and it'll be a little different because I'm not trying to be like everybody.
Right.
And so from that, I got older and I wanted to put more of what I truly felt in it, and so I started to cuss in my music like around like 2012, and like that's when Sweet Talk came out.
Right.
So Sweet Talk was a reflection of that. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Of
right.
that. And so Sounds from the Top Floor was where I thought I was. I felt like I was hearing that I'm supposed to be somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
That I have a
okay.
purpose on a certain level, and I was hearing that in my subconscious,
I
and
feel
thus Sounds from the Top Floor.
Oh, that's dope. So, me, yeah, I'm more producer than anything.
Yeah.
So, who were some of the cats that helped you out on these instrumentals?
Oh, word up. Well, yo, shout out to the home team, man. K-Mees, you know, Fifth Element. And on this one, my little brother E
Okay.
is on this. He's the one that just produced that song. That
Right.
song. No
Okay.
Better, he did. No Better, Poof, and No Better, Poof, Everything Changes, and Many Moons
Okay.
was E. So he was the new introduction, but besides that, just the home team, you know.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
I was thinking a little bit before you came over. I was like, man, I think I gotta get Fifth up here too.
Oh man,
Because
he
my
would do.
man-
Yeah, he would be a dope interview.
Yeah, cause I like his style, cause his style is like lightweight, similar to mine, and I really dig how he makes his stuff, and he's really insightful too.
Definitely.
I think it's really tight, and I just want to like talk beats with the guy.
Yeah, Fifth is a master of his craft.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
for
Oh,
sure.
yeah. No doubt.
Put in time, put in dedication. It's been ups and downs. Me and him been doing music together since 2010 or 2011. So like just to see his growth, man, is
Right.
crazy. At the level that he was when I met him, like he came to me with For My City. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like he came to me with the heat,
That's dope.
and it's just been crazy.
So what's your favorite piece of work?
Man, I don't know. I think it's too early to call.
It's too early. Gotcha.
Because I feel things now with Hello I'm Different
Oh,
and with
man.
Hello I'm Different too that I didn't feel 5 years ago. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
trust me.
And you know, it means more in a certain sense. So I think I would have to give my work, you know, time to gain
I feel you on
value through my experiences in life, you know.
I feel you on that. Cause usually I'm kind of the same way. Cause every time I started, like I really don't do anything unless I feel something. You know.
Right.
Yeah, I don't really do anything unless I feel something. Are you good? And like my current album, Undefeated of the East, we actually made a theme, and it was self-awareness.
Okay.
So basically, it's like the trials and tribulations of like becoming a man, and then when you have these goals, like this person that you want to see yourself become in the distant future, and all of these types of obstacles and things like that you have to go through, and maybe there are some things that you don't feel proud of, but that app makes you who you are, and then later on you're aware of all the things that's happened, make you who you are, and pushes you to become who you want to be.
Gains
like
value.
It gains value. So it's like all the albums that I got, they all mean something. And I really can't, like, I try and listen. Sometimes I have albums where I'm like, man, this is trash. But then later I'm like, man, this is dope.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
the unreleased, because I know your vault crazy, just you being
man,
a
look.
producer and a rapper.
Look, I got a whole bunch of junk out here, bro. So you say you got it. It's too close to call. So what are your favorite artists that you like to listen to?
I like to listen to Kendrick Lamar, Jay-Z, the GOAT to me, you know.
Man, look, I don't go a day without listening to Kill Jay-Z.
Man, crazy, man. Wow. I hear the like relation between
man.
like the VaunDoom style and like that track.
No, look, man, that's what I was saying. I was like, bro, like when it first comes on, like that's the most chaotic thing in that whole album.
It's like Gladiator or something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
and the chops, man, my man No ID killed that with the chops. I was like, oh, I almost cried. But yeah, so anybody else you got?
Yeah. Jay-Z. I've been listening to Biggie all week. You know what I mean? Just like really trying to get my flow tight, and just like I feel like that was his biggest contribution to the game.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Was the
yeah.
flow. So I've been listening to a lot of Biggie lately. I also listen to a lot of Marvin Gaye. That's definitely one of my favorite artists of all time.
Okay.
And as well as I've been playing Bobby Rush lately.
Okay.
Some blues type
There
stuff.
you go.
And I'll give you one more. Nipsey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nipsey's pretty tight. So it sounds like you're more like I made this analogy the other day that hip hop, at least to more traditional artists, I feel like hip hop is kind of like the mafia.
Okay.
The mafia has like certain, even though sometimes they don't really go follow them. Like, the mafia has certain rules and regulations and
Right.
certain like cliques and families and things like that.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you're more into that like traditional type of thing, which I guess brings me to my next topic. So do you think hip hop, of course it's changing. Do you think it's like a good change?
I think it's a beautiful change.
You do?
And I tell you this, a while back, man, I was like totally that guy that like wasn't rocking with the new stuff.
Same.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was totally that guy. And the way I've come to see it, just from checking out other genres and how they evolved and things like that, I feel like we forget how young hip hop is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hip hop is not even like, is what, maybe 50 years old.
I think it's like 45 or something.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
like I feel like what we're seeing right now are subgenres being created off of this. You know what I'm saying? The same way when you had rock and somebody was like, you know what, I'm gonna play fast and hard, man. And it was like that became punk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
From rock. So it continues to evolve and reinvent itself. And I just feel like this is one of the branches off of the hip hop tree.
Right. I'll tell you one thing, man. Like, I'll tell you, it was, in fact,
Like
I'm
trap. You know?
going to tell you a story. So
Okay.
this is a VaunDoom and Young Lon story.
Okay.
So back when I was in college, this is how long I was taking it. Back when I was in college, like I started making beats, and I started with my one dude. We kind of like fell out real bad. So I'm gonna call him Bob.
Okay.
So
Bob.
me and Bob, we was making songs and we was making beats, or I was making beats and we was making songs together in my mom's basement.
Okay.
And
The classic spot.
right. And so we were making songs, and we was like, this is the time where I like really discovered that I wanted to do hip hop, and I was like looking up all these artists, these old cats like Nas, Biggie, Wu-Tang, Lox, Mobb
And
Deep,
dudes, yeah.
all of them, right? So I was on that stuff, and plus I was on some hard, nigga, white in the skin and the skill. I was with the skills, and so you remember like the Wolfpack and all of them when
Yeah, I was in Wolfpack.
yeah. So you got Willie, Lon, you, all these other cats, and I was listening. I was hearing like stuff Lon was doing, and I'm not gonna lie, one of my favorite songs was the iPhone joint. That you remember that? I think it was Derek. Willie made the beat on my iPhone. On my iPhone, it was something.
I'm sure if it was out, I'd check it out.
But so I was out here in the campus here and there, and I'd be like, man, these niggas is trash. They ain't doing all this real stuff. They ain't doing all this. And so I was going up in campus here at the branch, and I was chilling with the homies, and we was talking about music. And I was talking about Lonnie. I was like, he seems like a cool cat. And I was like, because I've never met him. He seems like a cool cat. And then everybody was like, man, that nigga don't like you, dog. And I was like, really? What happened? He was like, they say he said you don't like his music. And I was like, But that's how far I took it. Like,
Yeah.
I was on everybody. When Soulja Boy came out, I was so sick.
Right.
Because this dude was making these simple ass beats, and I was out here trying to be freaking
Yeah.
Mozart
Right.
and everything, right? And I'm like, so how can I?
Yeah.
How can I
relate.
be out here doing this, but he's doing it so easy and making all this money? And I'm like, there must be something different. So it was been years and years since I've been trying to like be open minded, because now I see like your Uzi Verts and your Yachties and your Lil Pumps and all these guys and your 69s and stuff. And I'm like, they got some cool stuff, and it's been like that since like the classical era, because like classical music didn't like Baroque, romantic didn't like classical music, jazz didn't like hip hop, rock didn't like punk
Right.
rock, all that type of
Right.
stuff. So like
Yeah, and man, I think when you're doing anything trying to connect with people, I think that it's 40% what you say
right,
or what you do is 60% how you make them feel.
right, exactly.
You know what I mean?
And that's what I had to learn. Like when I was making my stuff, like I was just trying to make stuff to like sound dope. But then like I started seeing how people like to actually interact with the artist, and I'm like, man. And then I started being actually more into like writing songs about myself and life and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
And then people were relating to it. A lot of people say, in fact, a lot of cats, when I first put out my album Paragon, cats was like, bro, you inspired me to stop cussing in my raps.
Wow. Yeah, you,
Yeah.
you just never know what somebody will grab hold to from you,
Yeah,
So
so yeah, man. I feel like if we like, I guess your old heads or whatever get open to what the new generation is doing, because everybody's going through that. I think it'll be a lot. I think the old cats can at least teach the new cats, at least industry wise, how to take themselves in public and how to do things right, specific etiquette.
Yeah.
Like how to talk to interviewers. Cause that one cat, how you feel about that one? Lil Xan talking about how Tupac is a 2. Did you hear about that?
I mean, and I think everybody is entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah.
I think that you can have your own opinion, but you gotta watch what you say in somebody's house.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you can feel how you want to, but be respectful.
Nah,
You know what I mean? And,
that's what I was
and
thinking.
just keep it cordial if you don't want problems.
Because that's the thing. Now, I know that was like a clout thing. Now, he said his music was boring. Now, I understand. Like you said, everybody's entitled to their opinion. You can, I can respect your opinion. But, like, you can't deny that, like, I said this on my one homie's podcast. Dead or alive, Tupac is probably the most influential lyricist
definitely.
ever. You
Definitely.
can't deny that. Like, you don't even have to like the man's music. But he was the most influential. Speaking of that, I know you were talking about how you was listening to Biggie. What's the thing with you, Biggie or Tupac?
The old classic.
Yeah.
Man, I think that it's a question that is completely subjective, depending on what they meant to you individually. And I think that Biggie and Tupac serve two different purposes for me. I think that Biggie with Biggie it was more about technique,
Right.
and execution. And with Tupac, I think it was more about thought,
Right.
and kind of like forward thinking,
Right.
and purpose, and
Right.
things like that. So like they both resonated with different spots in my heart. You
There
know what I
you go.
mean? So
I feel the same way. But all right, so we got 2 parts. So this is part 1.
okay,
And we're going to be back with part 2.
we coming back.
So we're going to see you in like 2 seconds, all right?
Change that dial.